All right, let's talk. You're a master of oral health, right? But let's be honest, digital marketing expert probably wasn't part of your dental school curriculum. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to turn your clinic's website from just an online brochure into your #1 marketing tool. Okay, let's get into it. So let's just start with the most important question. When someone in your town frantically searches emergency dentist near me, does your clinic pop up? If you're not sure or you kind of know the answer is no, don't worry, you are in exactly the right place. That's the problem we're here to solve. And look, this is totally normal. You're an absolute pro at complex procedures, you get the deep science of oral health, but you're not expected to also be a wizard at SEO and content strategy. That's what this explainer is for, to bridge that gap with a really simple, actionable plan. So, to kick things off, we've got to properly frame the core problem. We're calling it the dentist's marketing dilemma. Because really, understanding this challenge is the absolute first step toward fixing it for good.
Okay, this right here, this is the big mindset shift you've got to make. Your website isn't just a passive little business card floating around on the internet. It should be an active 24/7 machine that's out there attracting, educating, and convincing new patients to book an appointment. It truly is your most powerful tool.
And the strategy to make that happen? It's actually beautifully simple. It all boils down to just two things. First, people have to be able to find you. That's SEO. And second, once they find you, you have to build trust, and that's all about your content. Get found, then build trust. That's the whole game. All right, let's dive into part 1 of our strategy, getting found. We're going to talk about something called SEO, which I know can sound intimidating, but it's the technical foundation that makes everything else we're about to discuss even possible. So what is this big, scary acronym SEO? It just stands for Search Engine Optimization. And in plain English, it's just the process of making Google love your website. It's about showing Google that you're a high-quality, relevant answer when a potential patient searches for a dentist. The better your SEO, the higher you rank, the more patients you get. Simple as that. Now, SEO can feel like this huge, complicated thing, but the best place to start is with something called on-page SEO. This is all the stuff you can optimize directly on your website pages, things you have 100% control over right now. And if there's one piece of on-page SEO to get right, it's the title tag. You know that blue clickable headline that shows up in Google search results? That's it. It is literally your digital first impression, so you've got to nail it. So what does a great title tag look like? Well, there's a simple, powerful formula. It's what you do, where you do it, and who you are. Expert family dentist. That's your service. Your city. That locks in your location for both Google and the patient. And your clinic name. That builds your brand. It's a simple formula, and it just works. And right below that title in the search results is your meta description. Here's a huge pro tip for you. Keep it under 160 characters. Why? Because anything longer might get cut off by Google, and you lose your chance to convince someone to click. Now, beyond just the text, your site's technical health is key. Think of this as a quick checkup. First, is it mobile-friendly? Because most patients are searching on their phones. Does it load fast? A slow site is a dead end. And is it secure? That little lock icon next to your URL, that is a massive trust signal. Okay, so we've got the basics down, now let's get specific. For a dental practice, all marketing is local marketing. So let's talk about how to completely own your specific neighborhood online. If you want to win your local area, you just got to do these 3 things. First, your Google business profile is non-negotiable. It's what puts you on Google Maps. Second, sprinkle your city and neighborhood names naturally into your website's content. And third, make sure your clinic is listed and listed correctly on big sites like Yelp and ZocDoc. Now, listen up. If you remember only one thing from this whole section, please make it this. Your name, address, and phone number, we call it NAP, it has to be absolutely identical everywhere it appears online. I'm serious. Even a tiny difference like street versus steet can confuse Google and tank your local ranking. Consistency is everything. So you've done the work. People are finding you online, they're clicking to your site. Awesome. But that's only half the battle, right? How do we turn those clicks into actual appointments, patients in the chair? That's what this section is all about. This right here is probably the most important secret to writing website copy that actually works. You have to shift from selling the feature to selling the benefit.
Saying we offer dental implants is a clinical fact. It's fine. But regain your confident smile, now that speaks to the emotional outcome. That's what patients are actually buying.
Your homepage is your digital front door. It absolutely must have these three things. A clear headline that screams a benefit. Really obvious buttons, we call them calls to action, that tell the visitor exactly what to do next. And finally, what makes you different? Your unique selling proposition. Is it same-day appointments, pain-free dentistry? Shout it from the rooftops. And here's a super powerful way to build trust almost instantly. Use your amazing reviews. Don't just hide them all on a testimonials page nobody visits. Sprinkle your best ones throughout your site, especially on the homepage and your main service pages. When someone's on the fence about calling you, a great review right there can be the final nudge they need.
And if you're thinking about content, a blog is a fantastic tool for both SEO and building trust. This chart shows the two heavy hitters. You've got educational posts like how to prevent gum disease, which prove you're the expert. And then local posts like tips for a tooth-friendly Halloween, which show you're a real part of the community. Both are incredibly high impact.
We've covered a lot of ground, but information is only useful if you actually do something with it. So this last section is all about your first simple action step.
Look, I get it. This can all feel like a lot, but you do not need to become a marketing guru overnight. The goal here isn't perfection, it's progress. You just need to take one small, manageable first step.
So here it is, your call to action. I want you to pick just one single page on your website. Maybe it's your homepage, maybe it's your page about teeth whitening, and just audit that one page using the tips we've talked about. That's it. Just one page. Anyone can do that.
So I'll leave you with this final question to think about as you go about your day. What's the one page on your website that you can improve today to attract your very next new patient? Find that page, make one little change, and you are on your way.